Alright, you have 3 seconds to answer this question. Why is nitrogen more stable than oxygen? 3, 2, 1. If you got it, congrats, because you're in the 10% who could actually answer this question. But now if I ask you, why does ammonia behave like a strong ligand when CO is in its 3 plus oxidation state, whereas it behaves like a weak ligand when it's in its 2 plus oxidation state? Can you answer this now? By the end of this video, you'll be able to answer difficult questions like this even in your JEE exam as well. How are we doing this? Let's go over the inorganic chemistry chapters of your grade 11 and your grade 12. How do they look like? Firstly, you have your basics. I'm going to go over classification of elements and periodic properties. I'll be going over chemical bonding. Then let's look into S block elements, P block elements, D block elements, F block elements, as well as coordination compounds. This gives an overarching idea of what your grade 11 and grade 12 or inorganic chemistry looks like. Now tell me in the comments if you relate, but when I was studying S block, P block, D block, I was finding it extremely difficult to remember the trends. What increases where? Why does this happen? How do we overcome this? Let me ask you this. What does a child do when they see something for the first time? Don't they irritate their moms? ये क्या है? वो क्या है? क्या चल रहा है इधर? My cousin would immediately trouble his mom whenever he saw something that he didn't know what it was. Similarly, when you visit a concept for the first time, ask the concept the questions. Ask your concepts questions. Let's take up an example. Why does lithium behave anomalously? Because of its size? Because of its charge? Why so? Why does its size impact? Why does its charge impact? What is the relation between its charge and its oxidizing versus reductive properties? Why does it form bases versus why does it form acids? Why does it behave like this? Ask the concept those questions and see what kind of answers you get. Now that you have an idea of the questions that you're supposed to ask to the concepts, to what extent should you be asking these questions? To the extent that you completely understand all of the concepts that you're dealing with. Use this guide to figure out how to ask questions, what questions to ask, and how to proceed with all of this. And now to test the extent of your knowledge of your concepts and the questions that you have asked, let's put this into the framework of my LAT system. This question asking format comes into your learn phase, as I talked about in the guide that I just referenced earlier. To move on into the apply phase, what do? We solve backtext questions. We solve backtext questions, we give detailed answers. Detailed answers with every possible explanation. What does this do? This helps you answer your subjective questions, the 75% that you require in your boards to be able to give your JEE exams. That ensures that you are able to give those subjective answers properly. Trends? Done. Really though? Not yet. There's just one single pro tip for getting inorganic chemistry done for life. If you master this pro tip, you're going to be able to get your inorganic chemistry to the highest possible marks that you can achieve. Study properties, study trends in comparison to other properties and trends. Study them in comparison. This is the strongest method by which the entirety of inorganic chemistry can be aced just like that. Let us put it into practice. Why does the trend of atomic radius differ in D block elements versus S or P block? What changes? Isn't it the presence of your d orbitals? Why do they behave differently? Look into your molecular orbital theory. Why do d block elements majorly form coordination compounds? Again, the d orbitals that are present. How are they forming those bonds? Look into your Werner's hypothesis. Look at why it is actually creating issues. Look at your molecular orbital theory once again. Look into your crystal field theory. Look into your ligand field theory. Why do so many coordination compounds have colors? Look into your crystal field energy. Look into DD transitions. Why do DD transitions happen? They happen because of your molecular orbital theory, your energy transfer. And how do you relate this energy transfer? Related to physics, related to a photoelectric effect. E is equal to h nu, where nu is the frequency of radiation. that it's absorbing, or in this case, emitting. This is how you study. If you don't do this, you will never clear JEE. You will never clear any competitive exam. You will never clear 11th and 12th at all. Study concepts in comparison. Now, this was organic chemistry. If you want to also nail, along with inorganic chemistry, if you want to nail organic chemistry, check out this video, watch it through and through, and now guess what? You are able to do organic as well as inorganic chemistry. Your JEE is gonna be a blast. With this, thank you and happy learning.